I look at this whole situation and I ask myself, are people being fooled or are they fooled themselves? Someday they're gonna have to ask themselves, like, were you fooled or are you a fool? Because if you go through the same motions every day, right? You go through the same motions every day, right? And I feel sometimes like I'm insane because I have to repeat this every day of my life. You say, well, but we don't know you personally, really. We don't know who you are, right? Uh, it's all a blind process, right? Yeah. So why play then if you don't have the facts? If you're not sure, why just step out? If you're not sure about something or whatever, just step out of the whole situation, and don't make a fool of yourself. That's what I'm telling all these women and all these people. That just don't make a fool of yourself. If you don't know, then don't make a fool of yourself. But apparently that's not the case with these people. They just want to make fool of themselves, including my family, including my cousins and my family. Just looking at my hair real quick, including my family. They 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 making fool of themselves, and they making fool of other people. And if you do this for long enough, then you're not being fooled anymore. You are a fool. This is a blind process. This is something that anything goes. Uh, People think that whatever comes to mind must be true, must be real, must be reality. My family, whom I haven't seen in 20 years. Now, that should be cause for suspicion there, that the fact that, well, wouldn't everybody should be suspicious? Like, what was the last time you saw this guy? Well, almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago. That was the last time you saw him? The last time you have any meaningful conversation about him? Have you ever talked to this guy about what you guys are doing or what's happening? No, never. So how do you guys know what's going on? See, because your perception of reality and his perception of reality are two different things. Let me give you an example. Imagine you go to a restaurant and you watch people eat. I'm pretty sure they having all kinds of experiences go through their minds. Flavor, taste, all kinds of things, memories, all kinds of things going on in their brain. Do you think that me, by looking at somebody having a meal, can have the exact same experience that person is having just by looking at them? Probably not. Well, this is the case. Well, people think they having the same experiences that I'm having, but that's not true at all. You got memories, you got biases, you got prejudices, you got beliefs, you got a bunch of things going through your mind. You might, or your brain might be triggered. You as a human being might be triggered by an experience that I'm having, and that might trigger something in you that might lead your brain to think or believe something. But that doesn't mean that we're having the same experience as human beings. You know what I'm saying? That's why you could say, wait a minute, your aunt and some of your cousins and all of these people, they've been listening to you for a long time. They've been connected to you for a long time. You've read a lot of books. You know a lot of things. You learn a lot of things over the years. Yet, they haven't learned anything. They haven't learned anything useful. They never come up with an idea for a business. They have never connected the dots. They have never put up. My aunt, for example, has never come up with anything useful for anyone, not even for herself. Now, how could this be? Shouldn't these people have the same level of intellect and knowledge that you have? Shouldn't they be geniuses by now? That's not the case. Why? You see what I'm saying? Because I have my own in, internal. thing going. I have my own experiences, and they chasing their own thing in life. They have no interest in listening to me. They have no interest in collaborating with me. They have no interest in helping me. You see what I'm saying? They have no interest whatsoever in any of that. They trying to do their own thing, and they trying to use me and exploit me to accomplish that. While I'm just, you know, marching to the beat of my own internal music, my own internal drums, right? So that's the issue. You see, but somehow they think that they know something about me when really they don't know nothing about me. They know absolutely nothing about me. Nothing, really. Now, why would you want to do things this way in life? Why would you want to do things this way in life? Why would you want to do things? Now, I want my family, my cousins. I want them to do this for me. I say, do me this favor. Explain the scientific basis for what you claim and how. Explain the process behind it. Because if you're fucking with something, if you're dealing with something, if you're dealing with mind, with brain, with the spirit, if you're dealing with the spirit or the psyche or the mind or whatever, you got to be an expert. You have got to know what the fuck you're talking about in this life. I want my aunt to explain to me the religious basis for what she believes. I want my cousins to explain to me the scientific basis for what they believe and what they do. I want them to explain to me how this is all possible and why this is happening today in the world and how this whole situation came to be. I want them to give me an explanation about it. You see? Because if you're fucking with something that you don't understand, you're a fool. You're a fucking fool. I'm not lucky. They're lucky. You see what I'm saying? And they're very lucky that I'm very smart. I'm a very, very smart individual, believe it or not. And they probably lucky that I'm smart. They're not very smart. Now, if you ask my cousin, do you know anything about the brain? You know anything about the mind? Do you know anything about people? Psychology, philosophy, technology, biology, physics, astronomy, cosmology, quantum mechanics, the universe, string theory. Do you know anything about it? Well, explain it to me and explain why this is happening in the world. Are you a researcher? Are you a neurobiologist, neurophysiologist, neurophilosopher? What are you? Are you a researcher? What are you? Are you just an asshole? I need somebody to explain that to me. What are you in this life? What are you? Explain things to me and explain to the world how you get to do what you do and why do you want to do what you do and how this all came to be. And how did you come to the realization that your goal in life was to, or your purpose in life was to do what you think you're going to do in life? Well, nobody seems to be able to explain that. You know, somehow my family think that I'm a zombie slash puppet slash robot slash whatever the fuck they think I am, and that they can use me, exploit me, abuse me, and utilize me for their own personal financial goals, for their own personal financial gain, for their own personal vendettas and agendas. And here I am, just getting kicked around by the whole world, and no one is going to come to my rescue. I was never given any information about whatever the fuck is being done behind my back, so I could never do anything about it. I cannot defend myself. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna try to contact my family because they're gonna run like the fucking rats that they are. These fucking cowards, these fucking parasites, these fucking cockroaches. Probably if I try to contact anyone to fight to figure out what the hell is going on, probably they're gonna run for the fucking hills like the fucking insects they are. They worthless fucking parasitic pestilence, these motherfuckers. So I'm not gonna do that. You see, I have too much sense of self-importance to be chasing these fucking rats around. I don't do that. I let the rats come to me. So, you know,